I woke up today to an email from YouTube that said my channel has been demonetized. They're stating that it doesn't have original content or has not been altered enough to be called my own. And I think, and obviously, I think this is like a huge mistake. I feel like anyone who just takes a look at my channel at all will know it's completely original content. I create everything myself and I even create the art that goes into my videos. I'm not a commentary channel or like a reviews channel. I basically just make vlogs of my life. So originally I planned to finish up all your pre-orders and send them out. So instead, I'm gonna have to make a video explaining my process here on YouTube to try and appeal this. So there's an appeal process where you can submit up to like a 5-minute video, just going in detail that you are who you say you are and kind of explaining that like you make your own content. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. And I thought that I would make a video about it, and you guys will probably find that useful, maybe. I definitely didn't want to have to make this video, but yeah. Sorry, I wanted to add that I also went to the help chat and I was asking if they could give me any specific information on what I was doing wrong or like what videos were being flagged, like where the issue was happening. And they just told me that like it was against their policy to tell me any specific information about why my channel was demonetized. And I thought that was so crazy. Like, they couldn't point at anything because they didn't look at it. And I just feel like if there was an AI that was trained to flag these types of things, like they would be able to identify what content was going against their guidelines, but they really like couldn't tell me any information. They just said like, "Oh, just guess." So, hello YouTube. I'm Grace and I run a channel called Gracing You with Art. I got an email today saying that my channel was demonetized, and the reason for it was content is not clearly an original creation of this channel and may be repurposed from another source without adding significant original commentary, substantial modifications, or educational or entertainment value. And I'm just here to explain that that is completely false. I create all of my content myself. I film and edit, and I am an artist, so all of my artwork is my own. And this channel has just been my process in running my small business and creating my art. So yeah, let's get into it. First off, I'm going to show all the equipment that I use. I use a Fujifilm X Pro 2. I love the colors and the quality of the footage that I get out of this camera, but I will say that their image stabilization is kind of bad. It has a crop sensor, and I use a 35mm 1.4 lens and a 23mm 1.4 lens. I also use this Sony RX105 for when I'm shooting outside the apartment, and this is just my tripod. For my audio, I have these really cute tiny mics from TikTok Shop. Onto the actual footage, I'll film my art process making these clay paintings and sometimes acrylic paintings. I make them into little jewelry pieces that people can wear. I make all of these pieces completely by hand from start to finish, and they take me weeks to make because I'm creating original pieces of art. And I've just been documenting my artist journey on YouTube. This is some footage I took of my last project. I'll take these into my computer and edit them on Premiere Pro or After Effects. I actually don't know how to use these programs very well, so I basically only cut the scenes up and edit the actual duration. And then I export and bring it into my phone where I use an app called iShot. They have a ton of different adjustments that are very intuitive to use. This app is a lot simpler, so this is where I do color grading and adjusting the lighting and aesthetics of the video. I try to make my videos about 10 minutes long, and once the visual portion is done, I write a script and talk directly to the camera, or I do a voiceover. I usually give art advice or talk about my small business journey and life updates. Another point you wanted me to address is to show that my videos are noticeably different from each other, and I have to argue that all of my videos are unique. They show a wide variety of artwork that I've created and different parts of the process. On rare occasion, I have used a few seconds of the same footage for my long form and short form content, but it's footage that I filmed myself of artwork that I made, and I don't see any community guidelines that say I can't do that. I feel like I contribute unique, high effort content for this platform and hope that you find the same value in me. And actually, I have been demonetized once before. It was 1 week after I had gotten monetized, and they did tell me that I had copyright music, but they also informed me that I didn't need to do anything different on my channel. I could just keep those up and those like specific videos would be demonetized. I foolishly just like kept them up, and then like they just demonetized the entire channel, and I would have deleted them if I had known. I just went with like them telling me that it wouldn't affect my channel at all. So once they demonetized me, I had to wait 3 months to reapply, and it kind of sucked because once I could reapply, I wasn't going viral anymore, and I had to build up my hours again from scratch, which took me like months to actually do again. So like in total, it ended up being like over 6 months where I was demonetized. I just definitely don't want to go through that again, especially because this is my full-time job now, and I really can't afford to just lose this stream of income. And this time I really feel like I didn't do anything wrong. Like they gave me zero warning, and I feel like it's a little bit ridiculous, especially what they're claiming is the reason. It's 100% me, so I'm like very confused. The editing shown in your appeal did not substantially change the original work. Taking someone else's content and making minimal changes is still violative of our reused content policy. Okay, this is like actually gaslighting. Um YouTube, you're being toxic. So clearly, I don't think that they even looked at the appeal. I mean, they tell you that there's gonna be a human that reviews. I feel like they just make you do this 5 minute video and then just have like a bot reject it automatically, because there's just no way that someone reviewed my video and looked at my content and came to the conclusion that I was stealing work or I was using anyone else's work at all. Like, my face is in all of these videos, and it's literally me, and I'm talking to the camera. So, like, as a last ditch effort, I emailed my I'm not sure like exactly what I would call her, but she's kind of like my community partner manager from YouTube. I just like wrote her begging her. She said that there's like a second appeal that she can do, and hopefully on her end like an actual person will take a look at this. I just feel like really disappointed in YouTube because it kind of feels scammy. What people have been speculating is when their channel is like getting a lot of traction and making a lot of money off of AdSense, YouTube will just flag it. It's really unfair, and I feel like they're doing it on purpose, but we'll see what she says. So my partner manager came through and I got remonetized this morning. I'm so relieved, but I just feel like this should not have been a problem in the first place. And what I've learned is that this is just like really random, and there's nothing that you can really do or not do to not get flagged. You can just get flagged for no reason. I only got my channel back because I knew someone at the company that actually cared enough to look into it. I would say that like my best advice is try and get in touch with anyone you know at YouTube. I was watching another YouTuber say that he actually went to Twitter or X and went to Team YouTube and just kind of like begged them to take a look, and he got remonetized that way. This is like definitely like a broken system. And even my partner manager said that this is a very common problem with creators, and they're obviously fully aware of this issue. I know I was personally looking through a lot of videos trying to figure out like what was going on. So hopefully this gave you some insight, and I'll see you in the next one.